I'm in DC. Look at this. There's a church right there. That's a big, pretty church. And there's a church right there. But the funny thing about that church right there is that it's boarded up. And I'm in front of a Starbucks. See that? I'm in front of a Starbucks. There's a church right there. There's a church right there that's boarded up. And the reason I'm pointing out it's boarded up is that I've never seen the church boarded up like that. So that means the neighborhood is in the process of being gentrified and changed. And DC, like I said, used to be called Chocolate City. DC is not the Chocolate City no more. It used to be like 75% black. It used to be 75% black in DC, but it's not anymore. But you know, black people, we love churches. And like I always tell you, a good way to tell when you're in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. But that church is boarded up. I have never seen a boarded up church in my life. So that means the neighborhood is in the process of changing. And like, I don't know my way around DC. Oh, there's another church. Look at that. Church right there. And I just showed you a church right there. And I showed you the other one. And I tell you, that's how you know you're in a black neighborhood. And look, there's a liquor store. There's a liquor store down there. So that tells you you're in the hood. When you see a church, a liquor store, and a Chinese restaurant. But like I said, this church is chain closing down, and there's a Starbucks. So that means this neighborhood is in the process of being gentrified, and they changing all them. They redeveloping all those buildings down there. And what happens is, like what I said, is like drugs came through the neighborhood, crack came through the neighborhood. Guys made a lot of money off of crack, and then you had drug wars and shit like that. And that eliminated black people. And you know, like if you got caught selling drugs, you'd be kicked out of the government housing and shit like that. So now, once you get rid of black people, you start building the neighborhood back up. See that? Look at those helicopters right there. Must be for Trump. See? If there's a church, this neighborhood is in the process of being gentrified. This shit is happening all over America. Gentrification, privatization. Privatization is when It's gentrification, privatization, metro forms of government, and cool cities. Those are the four tools that are being used to eliminate black people. Gentrification, privatization, metro forms of government, and cool cities. And gentrification is what it is, you know, when the price of the property go up and the people that live there can't afford to pay it. So they get put out. Privatization is when the wealthy buy public property and privatize it, like they do water plants and water companies and bridges and libraries and parks. They privatize it, and then they can charge you a fee for coming in. Metro forms of government is when they form temporary. When the government can form temporary. When the government can form temporary. I can't even think of what the shit is now. Sweatshops. Sorry, temporary sweatshops, and that's when they bring Asians in. They give immigrants temporary green cards to open up sweatshops. It's called metro forms of government. In cool cities is when when benefits and government funding will go to minorities. It won't go to minorities anymore. It go to cities where it's predominantly run by gays, and it's called gentrification. Gentrification, privatization, metro forms of government, and cool cities. Cool cities like where the dominant population is gay, lesbian, bi, stuff like that, LGBT communities. And that's like in San Francisco and New York City and shit like that. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.